Hello everyone, this is BA Factor,
And Game Girl.
here to bring you another free-for-all on the 908 player free-for-all map called Oasis. Let's go ahead and get this going. Speed this up a little bit. Now, for those of you that haven't seen these, I have this world that I have designed specifically for free-for-alls that has equal distance between everybody, the same starting mechs, and you pretty much need to go take out people to increase your economy. Otherwise, turtling on 5 mechs is quite difficult to do. So quickly, we'll go down the list here and take a look. B Factor Game Girl we know. Fucking Ponies Man has been in several of my replays. We play with him all the time. Dark Dragon, we did not know this at this particular game, but in a game coming up, we noticed that Dark Dragon and Pony were doing some play together. They're friends, so I know that now. And Krill, WB494. I don't know these last 4 players. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Now I'm gonna switch it to our perspective. Much more fun to play that way. Now I'm starting out and I'm trying to secure some metal in the water, and I'm going to search out, find Brown here. I saw Brown had a lot of air fabricators. I certainly want to try to take those out. It's nice to clean people out like that. I'm going to head over there with a hummingbird and see what I can do. Unfortunately for me, I do a very bad job of it, and I use a hummingbird and I don't kill any fabricators. But hey, that's what happens. You got to take little risks every once in a while. You saw a little white speck run off the screen? I knew that was Pony, so I'm now looking for him. I want to find that guy. He and I do battle all the time. Now, looking at this position right here, I wanted to attack this gentleman, but Pony is right over there. And even though it's a little bit further of a jump, I think it's worth it. Because if I let Pony build up, he's going to war with me when I don't expect it. So I don't want to be flanked by him. And he's also scouting me a little bit too, and taking some nexus here. So we're going to go ahead and address that. We have Game Girl down here in the bottom. It's a free-for-all. We're on different teams, but she's here commentating with me, so I go ahead and just show her base. I'm going to show some interesting stuff that happens with her as well. Now that I've scouted Pony and I've seen some of his units, it's time to get my unit production going. I don't tech very fast in this particular game because Pony is a very aggressive player with lots of units, so I'm going to do the same to answer it. And I'm building a few mines here and there, and I'll do so on the back as well to prevent me from getting attacked and lose a lot of resources from this back player. This is far enough away that if he has a tier 1 radar, he won't be able to see these mines, and this the same for Pony. And if he tries to come and flank me here with some docks, these mines will make short work of him. So that's the plan. Go ahead and jump ahead just a little bit. So decide to move out in force. I like it when players have their doxes on patrol in an area like this, because I can move in with a tight group and just eat them up very, very quickly without taking very many losses. I'm going to go ahead and secure these 2 mexes and move on in and see what I can do. Now, I have no reason not to go straight in right now. With the intel that I have no reason to do that. So it might be wise for me to get more intel. I'm not sure. I cannot remember exactly if I did. Oh, see green down here too. A little bit of action, a lot of fire, and his commander was half health, so there's probably something going on down there. But I'm not concerned with that. As long as something's going on down there, it's not going on up here, and that's what I want. Let's see here. Getting a little bit closer and see what we run across. Okay, I see he's building some point defense. Keep my hummingbirds around so I can get some range. This is a good amount of units he's got. Good amount of units. Looks like I'm doing okay though. Now I am going to be running into these turrets. I don't know how many of them he has. It looks like 2 right now. I do believe I was starting to target one down and another group came out, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to lose all my force, so let's go ahead and retreat. In a situation like this, and there's no way I'm stopping, I'm going to retreat back to a safe spot, build some more units together to get a larger force, and I'm going to push right back in. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Now's a good time to take a look and see what the other players are doing.
I agree with you. 10 minutes is always a good time. We're worn. We saw some war over here, so let's take a look and see what everybody else is doing real quick. Open it up on everybody, and let's take a look at the income. So we have 134, 71, 138. So Pony does have pretty good income. 27 for green does as well. 64, 85, 99, 64. Okay. So you can see here that Pony and I are warring. Oh, I did not see that. Looks like Pony's getting a little two-teamed, and he's also moved to the water, so that's kind of interesting. Down here, yes, there's definitely been something going on down here. See all this fire? As just a path of destruction going back and forth there. Obviously, there's been some warring going on there. And green looks like he's had better days with his commander there. But you know what? He does have he has expanded out his resources, so I would expect in a situation like this that he would overcome that eventually. I don't know. We know this is Pony's friend. I don't know if I'd call him a turtle player for walling in. Probably not. Looking at what he's building, he's probably a Cicada player.
Yes.
Probably just walled in for a little bit of protection because he was getting attacked from that side. And looking at his base, I'd say that he hasn't ventured out that I can see unless this was the direction he ventured out. He's probably hunkering into his base. So we got orange down here. And orange has decided to attack Pony. Back door here. This is it's probably going to be a Warlord from what I can see right now. It could change later, but he's picked an opponent and looks like he's warring with them. And he's trying to wall off the back. Nice choke point, too. This is definitely a nice choke point for him to wall off. Though I think I might have tried to take that mechs first. Why not, right? Because this is sort of a natural choke also, even though it doesn't look like one. It is. So it's kind of a dividing line right here. So I don't know. That's one mechs I would go ahead and try to get for sure. And let's take a look at light blue. Oh, Pony has the water, and even though he's warring with two people, it is not stopping him from warring with another person at the same time. He's going to go ahead and siege this base from the Navy. It's always an issue when you're on a coast like this. You've got to check out what's going on in the water because the Navy is better with this last patch, and it is so easy to get in bad trouble for sure. Brown is who I originally wanted to start playing against. Just take a look at him. He's got fast tech. That could be very bad for me.
Yeah, he sent a few things into the water and tried to take my things out at the same time.
Yeah, I see that.
And he's eaten some of my mechs that are up the side.
Nice. Okay, so he's somebody to look out for. Tech 2, I'm not ready for that at all. So yeah, somebody to look out for. He's expanded up here into... He has some territory up here. It's kind of far from home, but he has some territory. But that's what I would do as well. And he's starting to build a fire base. This is definitely good to help fortify this without having to have units truck all the way down here. That's very nice. If I were in the situation, I'd also want to build a gate here and a gate back at my base, so I can easily go back and forth to supply or from attrition of doing battle and stuff. And let's see, Game Girl. Game Girl is normally a Cicada player. She likes getting near the lakes. This is a nice little protective lake here, and you have secured the edges, I guess, from people coming over and fabricators flying over and building anything, but you can also see what's going on the coast to make sure nobody builds a navy. So if someone were to build a navy here, she could rally all the troops to go there and nip it in the bud before it happened.
Yes.
And it looks like you are securing your base here too. Got some walls. Yes. Nice. Okay. Okay. We'll speed this up a little bit. It's a long game. I'm not going to make you wait through all of it, but we'll certainly get it going. I did hear somebody just pass. Alright. So, let's look at this really quick. Now, he does have a wall here and quite a few point defense, so I have to watch out for that. There's no way I could move in here. I'm going to have to go around this way, for sure. For sure. I think it ends up being easier than I was expecting, but hindsight, after looking at all the players, it looks like white has already been hitting orange and investing in navy for light blues, so it does make a lot of sense how I was able to take this pretty easily. Now, I do see when I get closer that he has navy, and typically when I run into this much navy especially, I'm just going to lose a lot of units. I back off. But I decide it's worth it. It's worth it to kill his production. If I can kill his production, then he'll have to rebuild that, and it'll save me in the long run from him accumulating troops to counterattack me. I at this point have decided that I'm going to leave Pony alone. I'm not set up now for breaking a naval fortification. So it is time to get back home and deal with the next step, and that is going to be brown. Brown is sort of encroaching on me here, and green, I think green is dead now. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure purple took him out.
Yep, so green is dead. Purple took him out, so we don't have to worry about that. So brown is definitely my next enemy. Let's see here. We'll move ahead. I go ahead and get. I love having these combat fabricators around. They can eat trees when you're low on energy. They can build mines whenever you need them to build mines. And when you need a gate, they build gates quite quickly. So it's very nice. Brown is definitely the next person I'm going to attack, but I think at one point I've thought about going against blue because I saw him rallying some troops. I sent a scout over there. You might have saw that. And a scout and pony. So seeing this, I now know that these two are probably going to be doing battle, so I'm not as worried about that. Now, he does harass me a little bit. That's fine. I'll send my air and take care of that, but I'm going to pull back and deal with Brown. Strategically, this is not a target for me. There's no reason for me, even though if I could take him out easily, I could take him out, but all I would be doing is a favor for Pony, because then he would siege me, and he would gain these resources, and I had to lose troops to gain it. So there's no point in that whatsoever. So we'll get a gate together, connect these two, and start heading in on Brown. I thought when I saw this that he had a real small footprint here, and I thought he was going to be easy pushover. I figured I would just rally all my troops, push on in, and win. That's exactly what I was thinking. Certainly couldn't be more from the truth. Take a look at this.
Oh, that's a lot of tier 2.
Yes, when I got closer, I saw this tier 2. I decided with my tier 2 snipers to go ahead, and I have pretty good production going, so I'm going to go ahead and push in and do what damage I can. Take out the point defense. I don't want him to encroach on me. And you can see here he's building tier 2 naval factory right here. Right here. That means Leviathans off of my coast, and I cannot have that. Move forward a little bit faster. You see I was back at my base doing something, saw that and thought, oh shoot, I just lost more units than I needed to. Let's pull back and rally the troops here. And I have more production to add to that, and I think I need to get more going as well. Let's take a look at the economy real quick. 369 and Brown at 178. So I'm not doing horribly on the economy side. But I certainly have to whip it. If he gets Leviathans right here, you know what, I don't actually know. I don't know if this is a land bridge. You might want to see that this is a land bridge or not. I don't know if the Leviathans can push on through, but I certainly don't want to find out.
Well, even if they can't, they have such a long range, they could clear a lot of your stuff out right there.
Oh yeah, they would definitely do that, and it would give him some defense. I'd have to go all the way around to attack him. So let's go ahead. We'll probably see. There's a ring around the Rosebees. Yeah, he's got the first Leviathan out. I decide, even though I know I'm going to lose a lot of units, I have got to push in and take this out without a doubt. This has got to disappear. If he gets more than a few of those, I'll never get on top of it. I only got the Leviathan. I was not able to kill the factory. Everything I can throw at it, bombers, units, Geely, it does not matter. I've got to take it out. Okay. Now that I've got that out, I feel a little bit more comfortable, but it looks like he's bunkering in some more, so I got to take him out. I just saw something over here in my peripheral we're going to take a look at. Look at this. Purple. What's going on here?
Yeah, I had seen Purple had stuck a couple of orbital fabricators up, and that always worries me. You never know what they're going to build or if they're going to come over and try to reclaim you. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a look-see. Found his commander all by himself down there. Just took a few bombers in there to take him out. And then Brown had been messing with me down at the corner, so I thought I'd come see what was going down there.
Well, pause here for a second. I want to see something. So when you did that, let's go back 15 seconds. When you did that, I don't remember ever seeing that. When you did that, did you see... You didn't even know I was doing battle with him, did you?
No, I didn't. I just thought that would be the next step from Purple.
Okay. Got it.
So that was just on my way home.
I am remembering now. I remember now that I was doing Battle of Brown and pushing in on him, and next thing I knew, there was air on both sides. I do think he actually quit now that I think about it. Didn't he quit? I think maybe he felt overwhelmed and decided to quit. Let's see.
Well, I came back down to see what I could do. And that's when I saw you, so I stopped.
Yep. So Brown saw both of you went in and took a look at him. I flew over him with a massive air force. I'm guessing he just felt threatened. Still affecting us. Look at his resources. 148. I'm guessing he just felt threatened and decided he was going to quit. That it's unfortunate. He still has quite a bit, but he may just didn't want to deal with it. That happens. Or we don't actually know what's going through his mind. We never know. So let's see here. Let's put this on fast forward a little bit and see what's going on. So now that Brown's gone, and I've accumulated this base right here.
And I am now claiming purple and brown space.
And you're expanding to purple and brown's base. See that? On my radar, now I know Pony, I still am not ready to tackle a lake fortification. It's a very difficult thing. So I'm going to go ahead and scout out Orange. This is interesting. Orange is moving slightly through. I see that his commander is easy to take out. So with that being said, I have a plan here. You know, I'm going to go ahead and fly in on my Air Force and put them on patrol, and I'm going to take a few of my Pelicans and some scouts and just drop them off for some Geely and go ahead and assassinate him. I don't want to lose a lot of units. I just want him gone. I think he's he's a pretty big power, so that's the game plan. Since I already have a Tier 2 fabricator, I'll do that. We'll go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. So I'd already scouted out his commander and knew that he was around this region. I see that he still is. I don't see anything near him to scare me at all. So I just drop these suckers off on a little sortie, and you'll see that they take them out pretty quick. And we'll pick them right back up and head home. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, just like that. So that takes care of Orange.
Those are just 3 of us left now.
Let's take a look at that. Okay, we've got Game Girl,
who's taken a couple of bases down there.
Yep, she has. We've got BA Factor. I've taken this base. And yeah, you have Brown's base also. I've only got 2 bases. But I do have a lot of the spare mexes around. And we got Pony. Let's look at Pony. So Pony has secured this. He has secured this, and I bet you he's got Tier 2 Navy. Yes, there's one Leviathan. He's got a little bunker in here. Yep. What's his economy look like? Okay. 409, 403, and 813. Okay. Yeah, Pony is definitely my next target. He is definitely my next target. So let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward just a little bit since you can see there's quite a bit left of this. And there's a bunker in here. I'm going to go ahead and try to take out some of his economy. That's my plan. So you can see that happening.
So while that's happening, and I know there's just 3 of us left, I decide to go scout you. And when I'm scouting, I know that if I go between the mechs down here, I'm less likely to get shot, because usually you don't have something guarding just nothing. So I'm just fishing my way through there, like with just me. And I see you.
I did not notice that when I was in game. My focus was definitely on Pony. Definitely on Pony. So with that being said, I can't do this. This sound is fucking pissing me off. We got it. I'm sorry. Okay, so you have scouted me out, and here I am in the game, preoccupied with Pony, thinking he's the next big threat. I'm over trying to kill his production, especially this Tier 2 production. It looks like I have a pretty easy point of taking care of that. You see down here in the pip that the Cicada has woken and is looking to feed. Where is she going to feed? Well, since she scouted me, it's probably going to be me. Dangerously close to my hummingbirds. Dangerously close. And I am not prepared for this. My hummingbirds are out of place. If I had saw them coming, Had my hummingbirds there, I probably could have dealt with that, but the wife got me. Here I am in a nuclear explosion. The wife got me.
Well, I know a lot of times if you know I'm coming, you bring all of your hummingbirds back and you start building flak.
I do.
And now I'm just going to use those same bombers and go see if I can see Pony.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. So, to those of you that that have seen some of these videos, you know that Game Girl's my wife, and we like to play games together quite a bit, and we love free-for-alls. It's a lot of fun to play free-for-alls. Oh, here you are scouting. I can see all that flak coming from your perspective.
And there's his commander.
Yes. Let's take a look at here. But anyway, where I was leaving off of is, she's fairly new to RTSs. Oh, we got another battle going in here. I'll leave it on that why I give you this information. She's fairly new to RTSs. Been playing, we started playing Supreme Commander about 2, maybe 3 months ago, and we moved over to Planetary Annihilation. And, being new to RTSs, I'm sure a lot of you have gone through this. You kind of start out as a little bit of a turtle player. You don't really want to go out and poke the sleeping bear because you're afraid if you expand too far beyond your borders, you might engage in somebody and they'll start coming after you, and then it gets a little stressful and whatnot. So, and she's been doing so much better at that. Her economy, being able to store, her attacks are getting far better. But to help that along, since this is a free-for-all game, we kind of have a standing rule between the two of us, and that's that I cannot attack her until the end, but she can attack me anytime she wants. I like the challenge of that. I certainly do. So I play free-for-alls because I like the chaos of anything can happen, and that works right into my what I consider the fun part of playing, RTS games, and also works for her as well because that's one of the players she does not have to worry about, at least until that point where she graduates, and I can start attacking her whenever I want to. This might not be.
We'll see about that. There's one thing I noticed. I can't get in because of the flak. I just can't see him. So I build an orbital so that I can go around and see what I can see with the orbital satellites.
Okay.
And at the same time, I'm building a wall up top to hopefully help prevent a little bit of his ongoing attacks that I keep getting.
Yeah, I see that. It looks like you're bunkered in here pretty good. And since he is on this side of you, he's coming in this direction. Let's see what he can see. Because, so, Pony doesn't know anything about this back here at all. And I'd say that's something he should probably address for sure. He should definitely have scouted that out. You're still scouting him to find out what's going on. You see this stuff coming. You have some shellers and some vanguards up here. I think more shellers and less vanguards might suit your purpose well with the way your base is set up. For sure.
And
look at this.
I did not notice that gate at the bottom right then.
Look at this right here. So he's coming in on the side.
I was looking at what my satellites could see over his base at that time.
Well, the Cicada defends their hive. Look at that. Now, this is kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure that you didn't see it because you just said so, but sometimes when I have a player put a gate on me like that, I will let some units come out before I go attack it because I want a free kill, an easy kill to take out some units before, if you just kill the gate, that's assuming you can get the gate. If you know you can get the gate. If you don't think you can get the gate, then heck yeah, you take that gate down as quickly as you can. But if you know that it's a guarantee that you can get that gate, then by all means, go ahead and kill some units in the process.
There's another thing to show you here about controlling your birds here. You want to talk about that a minute?
Yeah. So, I think we had mentioned before in some of the other videos that if you hold the control key down, when you're flying around with some units, if you don't hold the control key down, they do this. They box up. If you do hold it down, you can control their flight much easier and zig around everywhere. And one benefit of that is since you have so much firepower in this ball, you can kill a bunch of units. When these units are out of range to hit you, all of your units are hitting the units you're flying into. And that's definitely a big benefit. It also has an added benefit of they can't really tell how many units you have. You might have 3 times the size of that and they don't know, so they're going to run away. And I do like how I know that you have a lot of bombers. I can see them above your commander, but when that happened, you just came out with your hummingbirds. That's good control. I'm guessing you had them on hotkeys so that your hummingbirds and your bombers are on different hotkeys is what that looks like to me.
Yes.
So, looks like you have some intel on him. Now, I don't know why he's making orbital fabricators instead of Avengers to deal with your sight, but geez, you have sight all over the place here. This is what you can see. He's not expanding too much back there. So this is what you can see, and let's see what Pony can see. Pony can still only see the front of your base. So
I did make an Avenger or two to see if I could go take out his orbital fabbers.
Guessing you ran into Umbrella.
I kind of just lost track of it. I tried to take it around the back to see if I could do that and then didn't pay attention to it.
Now, it looks like you're both kind of setting up for war. Yours is a little hidden, but he's coming on both sides of you.
Yeah, if you want to pause it a moment.
Yeah.
I start to go down and do a fire base. I realize I can't just go in and take him.
Okay. You know what? Before we even get to that, I like this right here. You see all these units all over the place? Putting units on patrol around here serves multiple purposes. It gives you vision, and it also prevents, it has kind of a psychological effect too if they fly over. If they fly over with some air fabricators, which is a really popular thing to do late game, your spinners will take care of them. And if they do, they do a couple of other raids with blots, you have tanks everywhere that can take care of them also. But here's the firebase you're talking about, and I like this a lot. I really believe in producing a firebase another place in the map, so that you can use it as a staging ground to one. If Pony comes at you this direction, he's got to deal with this first, well before he gets to your base. So you have information well before well before you're going to be in jeopardy of your high priority targets. But also you have a chance to defend against him and stage an attack force on him on his flank, which is very, very nice. And,
well, I've got those on patrol to eat up all his mechs.
Okay, and that also. Okay, very nice. I like that. I think that's looking at this right now. I have to be honest with you. Looking at this right now, it looks scary. It looks like Pony is in a very, very good situation, and yeah, he's got lots of air, which counters your air. Economy-wise, you're ahead of him, and it looks like you're definitely posed to go ahead of him much faster. But it does look scary. He's got quite a few Tier 2 units, and all of them can shoot or kill the commander very, very, very quickly in the water or out of the water. And you're heading the other way around with your bombers. What's your plan here? Why not?
I figure it's time, because he keeps coming in with those Tier 2 up top, and I'm only going to be able to stop them for so long. So I don't know that I can get in to get his commander, so I'm going to go up and handle those unit cannons up top and everything else I can around the front of his base.
Okay, so this is your target. It looks like his his hummingbirds are out of place to stop you, so...
And this vision is only on me, so this is what I'm seeing at the time.
This is what it looks like when a Cicada player wakes up and decides to feed. That's pretty crazy. It's like a magic eraser. Everything is just disappearing. That is crazy.
Yeah, I think his hummingbirds start to come back, and as soon as they do, I change course and go in.
I'm guessing you're not expecting to do anything here because of all that flak.
I really didn't.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you took him out. Let's take a look at that right before you get in there. He's got a gate on you and coming in. I'm going to watch it. We now know what happens down there. Let's look at this side. See how close he gets to your commander. Let's go ahead and see what he sees as well, just so. That's rather close. Pretty close. But he just died right now. Any closer, and if he got to see your commander, he may have been able to do some good damage to it. But then again, saying that, you have bombers here, so maybe not. Anyway, that's how it rolls. You win the free for all. Very nice job. I like that. And nice surprise on me. I was not expecting you to snipe me at that point in time. I was certainly out of place. But anyway, BA Factoring Game Girl here, signing out. Look to see you guys in some games.
I hope to see you in the lobby.
All right. Bye-bye.